Day 5, 29,154 verses to go. Exodus 1 to 15 is a super important part of the Bible. Joseph is dead. Everybody that knew about him is dead. All of his descendants have been turned into slaves, 1.2 million of them, and God decides it's time to set them free. So there's this baby born called Moses. Check Exodus chapter 2 for his crazy backstory. And there's this absolutely ridiculous conversation that happens in chapter 3 of Exodus. Go and rescue everybody. What? Moses is not impressed, and this is the first time in the Bible when God tells somebody his name. He says, I am. Now you have to remember that. That's really important for later. Moses is still pretty worried, so he says, what if they don't believe me? I'll just turn your stick into a snake and make your hand leprous and back again and turn the water into blood. What's the big deal? And Moses still doesn't want to go, so God tells him to take his brother Aaron, and off they go to Egypt. It turns out that Pharaoh doesn't want 600,000 slaves to just disappear with all their wives and children, so God decides to try and convince him with 10 terrible plagues. The whole Nile turns to blood. Frogs come everywhere. There's loads of gnats, then there's loads of flies, then all their animals die. Then people get boils all over their bodies, and then hail comes and destroys all their crops. Then thousands of locusts come and eat all the crops that the hail's left behind. And then... Hello? After every one of these plagues, God says to Pharaoh, let my people go. And after every plague, Pharaoh says, forget about it, I'm in charge, not your stupid God. So then God sends an angel of death to kill all the baby boys in Egypt. And the only way to survive the plague is to paint the blood of a lamb over your doorpost. It's called the Passover, and that's super important as well. So Pharaoh sets all the people free, and they all escape from Egypt, but then he changes his mind. And all the Israelites are stuck in between the sea and the Egyptian army. And God sends a pillar of cloud and a pillar of fire, and he protects the Israelites all night. And all the Israelites say to Moses, what are we going to do? We're going to die. The Lord will fight for you. Just stay still. God tells Moses to raise his staff and the sea parts, and all the Israelites go across and all the Egyptian army get washed away. Oh my days, that was intense. Tune in tomorrow.